You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Dexter. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Dexter news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for Dexter.
Yeah, it is AFTERBUZZ TV for Dexter. I'm Kristen Snyder, filling in for Steve Bottomley.
I know we missed Steve today.
Come back, call in, Steve.
Call us.
And joining me today is the very spicy Marty.
I am in the building.
And we have Lauren Turner with us.
Hello.
And the even spicier Sean
The man of the hour.
Hello.
Man of the
We have
hour.
this hot sizzling guy up in here tonight. No offense, Steve, you're hot too. But
Thank you guys for having
we've
me.
got some eye candy
Thank you
over
for
here.
being here. All right, so initial reactions for this episode. Wow, guys.
I
like,
want
what
to
do
say,
you think?
whoa, you said last episode was your favorite. This one, by far, is my favorite. I will give this one 2 thumbs up.
I would agree with you. It's getting better and better. And why wasn't this happening the entire season? What do you guys think? Did you like this one compared to the other ones? Is this your favorite?
I think I would agree this is my favorite as well.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I can't. They're probably going to be saving a lot of what happened this episode for the next season.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
going to use
that's-
it crossover.
I think you're right. Oh my gosh, only one more left.
I know, it's so
I
sad.
know.
I don't want to think about
But
that.
there's 2 more seasons.
Yes.
So, and I'm actually excited about them. I mean, I really hope it continues to put us on the edge of our seat. I didn't feel like I was on the edge of my seat till really the past 2
Yeah.
episodes for this season. But now, I mean, everyone's world is falling apart. All the characters are in corners, and they are trying to swim their way out, like Dexter in this
Right.
episode.
Literally.
So let's get into it. We start off with Travis talking to Beth and telling her, you know, how she should sacrifice herself.
Right, he gave her
in
the
name
usual,
of
you know,
God.
end of the world pep talk. You know how that goes. We've all gotten that once or twice.
I feel like you can really, like the past 2 episodes, of course, ever since we found out that Geller isn't there, we can really see how manipulative Travis really is.
Yeah, he is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, I give Colin Hanks props because, I mean, I completely he's so believable as Travis.
The whole
So
transition,
believable,
yeah, because he was playing, you know, this innocent, or not so innocent, but just square bear, and now he's this, like, vicious, evil, crazy guy.
He had
I
me
like
fooled.
it.
Me too! I had no idea. You're the only one who knew.
Dude, I love the crazy eye in his face.
Yeah.
They say look for the crazy eye in women. Don't date the crazy-eyed woman. But wow, he's got the crazy
He's
eye
got a
for
master.
guys.
He must have dated a crazy woman.
I don't know. But so we find out that Wormwood is a meteor falling to the earth to kill mankind. And so the department has to alert Homeland Security. And unfortunately, they pretty much come over and take over. And nobody's thrilled about this. But thank God Dexter tipped off the police, right?
He saved the day. That was awesome. I'm proud of Dexter because he was listening to his dark passenger, I guess, or who's usually his father telling him, you know.
He actually listened to his
Is Dexter's
father.
dark passenger his father, or is Dexter's...
That's the opposite of his father.
Okay,
I
the
feel
opposite
like.
of his father. Okay.
So he actually listened to his father, and I think he's pulling still from Brother Sam and the light because
Yeah.
that's not what the dark passenger would have done.
Right.
Obviously, he
He
would have
did
went
the good
after
thing.
Travis.
Exactly.
So that seemed to work out better for him this episode. So we see Beth actually. They have Bautista's card, so she gets into the department so easily. I mean,
Which I'm wondering how how Travis
She
knew
has
the
a backpack.
layout.
Right.
Yeah.
How did he know the
You
layout
know,
of the
every
police
serial
department?
killer does the research. You know, he probably looked it up online, Google. Like Dexter said, what do we do? You know, how do we stalk before the internet?
Yeah, that was funny. That was a great line.
Very good.
Beth has that backpack though. I mean, how
She looks great.
so she can bypass security,
so
but
suspicious.
How did she
right?
get in there with a bomb?
You know, and that just, oh man, just that officer that was there, I was just like, man, come on. You know what? You check her backpack,
That-
please.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's the whole thing with the badge. She didn't have to go through security, but unbelievable. And
What was vicious was the part when she gets in and Dexter pushes her into the room and we start to see like her whole entire face exploding. And
Wow,
like the
the
whole
graphics.
total recall thing going on in there. I
loved
was
it.
like, whoa. I was at the edge of my seat when that happened.
It felt like to me like right in the beginning of The Rock. I don't know if you ladies have seen that, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like the PX poison gas scene in there, where the guy's just spewing up his guts, and that's
I
what happened
loved
to
it.
her.
I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I
you
love
girls were
anytime
like,
there's
yes.
blood on the show.
I was so excited about that. So how about Deb being the target?
I know.
Why did he target her? Because I guess he doesn't want to be caught, and he felt like she was the one.
Well,
leading
she's the one leading the
investigation.
case, yeah. So if he goes down, you know, because of the precinct catching them, it's because
Right.
she's the leader of the pack.
Does Travis know that that's Dexter's sister?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
because
either.
if you see in the preview, he's kind of looking for, oh, so Dexter has family members now. There's a
Yeah.
son. So he obviously doesn't know
He's
Deb's
getting
sister.
to know.
Yeah, he's
this
doing his
Dexter,
research
yeah.
now on Dexter
Right, that makes sense.
because now Dexter's becoming a huge threat to him. I mean, Dexter's really playing his hand now, and you know he's his opponent.
And he didn't. He used to call him the false prophet the whole time, and he kept referring to him that in the previous episodes. Now he's labeled him officially as the Beast.
Yeah,
he knows
I love
he's a big time
that.
threat.
I love that Dexter admitted to having been the Beast too. And
Yeah,
then,
in the scene with his son, he even referenced it. I mean, as being the beast.
right, what do you?
With
It
the-
takes a beast to capture a beast.
right.
And because his son wanted to be a lion
For Noah's Ark,
Very
yeah.
fitting.
Very fitting. Yeah.
So Lake of Fire, they find out is going to be the next tableau, and Dexter doesn't go to the hospital as he says he's going to.
Which we knew he wasn't.
Right.
It's not like Dexter too. He thinks that he has to, you know, go after Travis.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main priority. But in the meanwhile, he's getting dizzy, and we know that
and
something's
bleeding
gonna happen.
from his nose.
Yeah.
That
Unbelievable.
DNA just waiting to be left around him. Not good. Dexter should know that.
Yeah, he knows better. It's not sanitary. Come on, Dexter.
So, I mean, Dexter, after seeing his sister almost be killed, he is like, that's it. It takes a beast to kill a beast. I'm going after Travis. I'm going to set up
And
this
how he
tableau.
gets Travis with the 666 on the angel, that whole message that he sent with the hand and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like, whoa, Dexter, how did you do that and nobody see you, for one? that's
The
pretty,
cameras
that's
didn't capture him.
yeah, no, and the
Unbelievable.
security guard didn't see you pouring blood into the fountain. But he sent him a clear message that obviously sent him to rage.
Yeah, and so let's talk about that. He nailed the hand onto the angel.
Right.
Geller's
Geller's
hand.
hand.
And the police didn't know that Geller was dead until now. I kind of felt like that was rushed over, right?
Yeah, they just kind of were like, you know,
Dexter
brush
kind of
this under.
kind of summed it up for them. Oh, this was a post-mortem cut off the hand. They're like, why would he cut off his hand? Oh, this was a post-mortem.
They've done
cut
that a
off his
few
hand.
times in this season where they're kind of just like, let's just tell them a little bit of information real quick so we can get on to the next scene.
But Geller was so important to the story.
Huge.
I don't understand why the cops didn't throw a bigger fit
Why is
about
Geller dead?
where they didn't.
Where's
even
the body?
Yeah, exactly. And we know he's in the swamp because Dexter put him there. But
Cut him up into pieces. And there he is, floating around.
right. So I mean, I guess now they just know that it's Travis. But I just felt like the department never really talked about that.
Yeah. I mean,
Now that Geller's gone.
well, and hope maybe they'll get to it next episode, but I really don't think so. I think that it was kind of like, okay, Clay's closed, he's dead, but that's not even like Deb not to investigate more into that. Like, where's the body?
I mean, yeah, Dexter tells Deb, you need to focus on this case right
So,
now.
a little error in the writing, but that's okay. We just
Yeah.
happen to be paying close attention because we're, Dexperts. So
I mean, it kind
Dexter's.
of makes sense because what are they going to do? Like, go over it all, everything that we've already heard? But
Yeah.
I just felt like the police department should have been a little more
Deb
shocked.
should have told one of the extras on set, you invested, you focus on this case for right now while we focus
Right.
on the other, something to let us know that they're not just brushing it under the rug.
Yeah. So Dexter really messes up Travis's plan by taking charge and making everyone believe this was the lake of fire.
Oh,
And-
you're talking about when he created
With
the
the
gasoline.
blood.
The whole
Oh,
fountain
with the blood.
On,
Oh, he made him think that was the lake of fire.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
They thought that was DDK. So Travis is really upset. And then we talked about him, the painting.
Now,
Yeah.
what is so the lake of fire isn't necessarily have to be fire. Just like I didn't understand what the wormwood was. I thought it was worms crawling out of wood. The lake of fire is symbolic of something else, because how can the fountain represent lake of fire?
Well, I
Well,
mean,
I think that's where Batista was kind of like, hey, this doesn't fit in that well. It doesn't
Right.
sound right. It doesn't feel right. That's
Exactly.
why Travis is like, if Geller's dead, then Travis is going and doing his own thing, and
great
that's
point, Sean.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Exactly.
Dexter.
So then we see Travis enraged, and Dexter sends him a little message of where to go.
I love the way that they use our media and our technology these days and everything. You know, Dexter sends him a video voicemail. I'm just like, okay, and you're using Google to research, you know, the serial killers and everything. But when he gets that little video, I thought that was pretty cute that Dexter sent that. Although it's evidence in his phone now.
Yeah.
If Travis gets caught, that Dexter
That's a
sent
great
him a
point,
killer
Spicy.
message.
That, yeah, good observation.
But in Dexter's mind, he's going to be the one to make the big kill.
Right,
And he's laying the trap pretty well,
right.
at least at that point.
Yeah, at that point.
I thought it was pretty cool that Travis is so artistic that he could make an exact portrait of Dexter's face, you know, in a matter of like 5 minutes, turn that demon into Dexter with the little heads coming out. I was like, wait, did he just do that?
Artistic and
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah, artistic and scary.
So Travis says, my time has come and I must pass the test. And then we see a nice little kitty jumping over its
bodies.
dead owner's bodies
Yeah.
in the apartment. So what do you think happened there, Travis?
I just think he needed a place to, you know,
Yeah,
lay
that was
low.
random.
Yeah.
As opposed to him just getting a hotel room? Is he out of money? Why did he have to? Whose bodies were those?
That might be it. Yeah, it wasn't clear, was it?
I mean,
I just think it was-
obviously it's the owner's house, but why? I mean, I
Right.
feel like
Motel
everybody
6
else
is like $69 a night. Like you had to kill the
Well, you
that
have to put your
married
name,
couple.
you know, you might have to.
True,
I don't know.
that's
Mm.
good.
There
Great
you go.
want to
point,
be
Lauren.
tracked. I mean,
Because
and he's
everyone,
crazy anyways.
yeah.
So
Oh, they're
he
already looking
doesn't
for
really
him.
They are
Okay.
looking for him.
Good point, Lauren.
He doesn't really care. I think he's at this point, you know.
Have we ever
possessed.
seen?
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, though, have we ever seen Travis kill when it wasn't related to a tableau?
No, and that's what I was saying. That's exactly
Oh,
what I
that's
was
what you were-
thinking, because you've just killed these two
Yeah,
bodies. It's not
so-
even sacrificial.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the calling. It's just I needed an apartment to hide out. So how is that God's calling?
He just must be justifying it as being necessary because he needs to get his job done and fulfill God's plan.
His prophecy.
And that was the same thing when he had captured Batista. Can we jump to that
Yeah,
one?
let's go to that right
Because I kind of was like, okay, you're gonna shoot Batista in the head. First off, serial killers, I'm sorry, I do not feel like you should be strapped. I think that if you're a serial killer, I want you to use a knife when you're gonna kill them. But Travis was just about to like shoot Batista in the head
Oh,
because he
it
did.
was going to be Batista's gun that he was going to use. I think that's
He was
yeah.
gonna
That's where
frame
he got
him?
the
Okay.
gun from. No, he was just.
But,
just his
why do you
gun.
have
He
to
was
use a
just gonna use
gun like that? I didn't understand why he was gonna shoot him, and then he went from shooting him to lighting him on fire. When Quinn, luckily rushed in the nick of time.
Yeah, what do you guys think about when Bautista says, you know what, I want that last prayer? And then that's the exact moment when Quinn gets there. I mean, I didn't really realize how religious Bautista really was.
Oh, really? I think I remember from previous seasons. I mean, we automatically, he's mentioned a few times before in previous seasons that he's Catholic. And so.
Was he really just getting his last prayer? He was trying to get
I think
out,
he was trying to
right?
get out,
But
yeah.
just the
trying to
symbolism
stall
of him
time.
like getting the last prayer, and then all of a
And then
sudden
Quinn
here
shows
comes
up
Quinn showing
and
up. Yeah.
saves.
That was a
That's
very
a
made
divine
for
hand.
TV moment.
That was?
I'm sorry.
Right?
He pulls up at the exact same time. We're about to pull the trigger.
But that was actually good because
Miracle
that's
Spice.
it was
I
the first
know.
time that we've seen Quinn do something really good this whole season. See him save somebody's butt, and especially because he's had this whole conflict with Batista the whole season.
But didn't we
until now.
predict that that Quinn was going to have to do that previously? That Quinn was going to have to save Batista at
I
some
think that
point.
was you, Spicy.
I did. I predicted because I was like, okay, what is going on with Quinn? He is, running himself into a hole. At some point, he's gonna have to make himself, valuable again to Batista, and he did. He saved his life. But I'm sorry, at the exact same moment that he's about to get shot. I don't know.
I mean, Bautista even says to him, look, you did save my life, but I can't have a partner I don't trust.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he didn't show. He wouldn't have been in that position if he would have been with him and responsible, like they're supposed to. Their team. Their team.
Do you think that's going to change Quinn from now on in his behavior?
I don't know if that was enough. Quinn has to sober himself up. He's got to get it together. He's emotionally distraught. I think he needs to be going to Deb's psychiatrist too. He has issues.
May need some new clients.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
But one other thing, did you guys notice they were calling Bautista Angel a lot this episode?
This episode they did.
Oh.
They didn't call him, but they were calling him
That's
Angel a lot.
Good one.
Yeah.
Even Deb was saying that too.
I'm wondering if. Oh, he's gonna die. Sorry.
Isn't this in every episode occurrence though?
Well,
you guys are like, I hope Bautista doesn't die.
It just hit me. Angel. Okay, all right.
They're calling him Angel.
I hope he doesn't die.
I
but
hope he
they're calling
doesn't
him
either.
Angel. It's more that religious context because that's
Yeah.
his name.
Exactly.
Angel.
I mean, I feel like because he was the center this episode, it just related to the theme and everything, so they called him by name.
They kept calling him Angel. That's right.
His whole name is really religious.
But they all of them refer to each other in last name. They never call each other by their
Exactly.
first name. So the fact, except for Deb calls, Dexter calls Deb all the time. But that is a good point, the Angel thing. I hope they don't kill him because I keep saying they're going to kill somebody this season.
What do you think if Quinn and the Angel's names were switched? I mean, obviously they gave Angel the name Angel because of his character, right? So, I mean, he has been the good guy in pretty much everything we've seen him done.
Yeah, I love Angel.
I think we all do, right? Hopefully he
What do you
stays
mean
with us.
if their names were switched?
Like, obviously Angel wouldn't fit for Quinn's character. You wouldn't name a character
Right.
like Quinn Angel.
Right. Unless you were trying to be sarcastic with it. You might like how you may
be ironic.
irony in it. I could see them doing that, but no, Angel is definitely Angel.
Right. Quick, talk to the hand. Where do you think that came in, that they named this episode Talk to the Hand?
I definitely see that being the hand that Lewis is
Postmortem
mailing Dexter.
Or
Double
Geller's
entendre.
hand.
That's right.
Geller's
there's
hand.
a lot of
That's what
hands
I
we're
was
seeing
So
this
many
episode.
hands.
You're right.
Talk to the hand. Or Deb with her therapist making her stop. I don't know.
Or when Travis
Full tension.
shoots Dexter in the
Oh, in
hand
the
with
hand.
his own
With
drug.
his own drug.
There's a lot of hand stuff going on this
Smart.
episode. Yeah.
Hands.
And did anybody else notice that Dexter did put nails in the statue's hands and feet, kind of like it was a crucifixion?
yeah.
I saw that. I did notice that. That was very observant.
So do we want to talk about Deb now?
Oh gosh.
Oh, Deb.
So much. I mean, okay, first, in the beginning, we see her tell Dexter about Matt, and she knows it's Matthew's, but she's like, there's nothing I can do about it because he was my mentor, he was our father's best friend, I don't know what to do. And Dexter kind of says,
Hush, hush.
open
Tell
up,
us
have an open mind at dinner.
I thought that was good brotherly advice for him to tell her, like, chillax until this case is closed and then you can worry about that, because Deb's so, humanitarian. She wants to save the world and everybody's issues at once. But at the same time, and him telling her be more open-minded, he was kind of her voice of reasoning. But I think she was definitely in a hard situation, though, because that's your boss, it's your job. Do you shut up or do you do the right thing?
Well, she was kind of like, I couldn't tell on him because of who he is to me. But you know what? I really didn't like when Matthews rambled off that list to Deb about how many times he's been there for her.
Of course, because he's trying to save his own ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But did you guys believe him that, he was just lonely because of his ex-wife passing on? Was that a believable story?
Mm-mm. I'm sorry. I think there's more to it. I don't know if they're gonna give us more, and it could be just me fabricating my own episode of scene of what I think went on. But I think there was way more to it. That wasn't your first time with this prostitute. You've had a relationship with her. I mean, I created an entire backstory in my mind of what has gone on with him in this relationship. They probably have a kid together. I mean,
It's definitely not as innocent as
I mean,
it may seem.
you don't send someone you have sex with for money flowers.
Flowers, right.
What?
exactly. And,
Something
and
else
you
is
left
going
and
on.
came back and she was dead? Where were you going in the middle of your escapade with your prostitute? So,
We don't know.
yeah. I think there's way more to it.
We can't believe everything he
But I
says.
feel like they tried to put a little bow on it for us and try to close that storyline out, because he comes to Deb and he's like, I'm thanks to you, you said you were going to keep it a secret. You didn't. And now I have to, now I'm forced into
Chief
retirement.
Lane asked him to retire.
Yeah.
So it's obviously LaGuerta.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of feelings
Oh
about LaGuerta.
my gosh, because she is so vindictive. Oh, and I love it because I love that she is representative of some people out there in the world that will do anything to get on top. It doesn't matter who they have to tear down. Unfortunately, kind of like Dexter, she took down a bad guy in order to get into her position. But at the same time, she puts Deb in a really hard place because now Deb has to bow down to her. And I feel really bad for Deb. But, I mean, she is she is a witch with the B word.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she even threatened, Deb, because she has that power to do it. Like, I'll find another lieutenant. It's just, you're right.
When did they make her character so evil?
She is quite the puppeteer. I can't believe she's been doing this stuff. She's been so subdermal this whole season. Just been behind the scenes and, just been pulling stuff. And I've had a roller coaster for her, actually. There were a couple seasons ago.
I used to love her.
I started to like her.
Yeah.
She was getting along with Deb, she was starting to have better relationships with people, with Batista.
Right. I like, that relationship.
And then here she goes.
But this isn't the first time we've seen her do this vindictive. Like, remember when she got the other, was it lieutenant or captain fired because she was having an affair with her husband?
Yes.
I mean,
she drove her crazy.
Yeah, she drove her crazy. This is a repetitive pattern with her in order to get to where she wants to go. She's just taking down everybody.
So is LaGuerta just the crooked one in the department?
She's the only one that we are seeing do these awful, heinous crimes. She's crooked.
Up a lot of trouble.
Yeah, she is.
I don't know what kind of predictions we'll have for her, but let's talk about the therapist session.
Oh gosh, that's disturbing. I'm sorry.
A lot of tension there.
I don't like that. I don't like where the therapist is trying to lead Deb's imagination.
But does that make sense to you guys? Why this is a potential situation that could happen between Dexter and Deb, or no?
I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me that she's been choosing the wrong guy because of her feelings for Dexter. And, at the end of the day, she's always running to Dexter. Always. So who wants to actually confront their own feelings in a situation like that? I mean, looking at her, I didn't really believe that she was upset about the therapist confronting her, making her face it. I don't know.
You think that she may actually be in love with Dexter?
I think so. I mean,
I think the therapist may have opened up,
If she says that to the therapist, that's a big deal because that's a department therapist, not just any therapist. She could write that stuff down in the log. Yeah, and it's confidential, but at the same time, it's the department.
Yeah.
And they are co-workers, her and her brother.
She says, I am not in love with my brother. We're done here. And she leaves. So is that it? She's not. Do you think she'll go back to the therapist after we saw that nice dream sequence?
Yeah, I think she will.
I think she'll
somebody
go
to
back.
talk
But also, is the therapist maybe putting thoughts into her head? Because
Absolutely.
because that might not even be how she feels. And as a therapist, they're supposed to lead you to come to your own conclusion. They're not supposed to give it to you. She kind of told Deb, I think you have feelings for your brother. She's not supposed to do that. She's not supposed to be guiding her or leading the witness, as you were saying, Law.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would say in psychiatry.
That's a great point. But I mean, Deb has that dream, and they say that you dream about what you fear, what you want, and what you fear
But
you
did
want.
she dream that because of what the psychiatrist said?
It could have just been really heavy on her mind because,
Right, would she have dreamt that without the psychiatrist
Well,
implanting
they have
that?
a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
the audience was obviously feeling this too. It had to be addressed, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the therapist that kind of saw that. I feel like we all saw that too.
Well, I think it's just kind of awkward that in real life they used to be engaged, they had a relationship, and we thought that was kind of awkward, like, but that's your sister on the show.
Felt that here.
And now they're kind of writing that into the character, and now I'm like, but that's your sister on the show. I'm saying it again still.
I mean, the tension, we were all like, is this a dream? We weren't sure. And then we're like, okay, this has got to be a dream. What did you say? She was pulling the food out of his mouth and eating it?
Yeah.
What?
She did a little crumb thing.
And she licked her own thumb after she wiped that little bit of oil from his mouth. Oh, man.
Did you guys see the lip close-ups too?
Yeah, they're making that seem very sexual.
And they kissed.
Yeah, that scene was kind of intense. I was like, please don't. Please don't.
But it wasn't like she woke up from her dream. Like, she woke up from her dream just kind of like... you know.
Yeah, she wasn't startled. Yeah, she wasn't
Yeah, she
startled.
wasn't very
That is a
startled
great
about
point.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
is. She didn't.
She was
wasn't
there
cut off.
just lying with her eyes
Yep.
open.
Was she enjoying that? Was she so much bothered
This
by
is
that?
the part that scares me, and it scares me just within love in general, is that when you admit to yourself that you're in love with someone, and there's a possibility that they may not want you back, that's the problem that Debra's going to face. Is I don't think that Dexter has those feelings for her, and they
No.
haven't, as writers, even set us up to even feel like Dexter has an attraction to his sister. And so
Right.
if Dev does have those feelings, she's in for a rude awakening, and how awkward it's going to be between her and Dexter after.
I feel like this is going to be Deb's secret to Dexter. Dexter obviously has his secret about, being a killer. So now Deb has a huge secret.
I love it. And that's
Her
going to
love
be the
for
whole next
Dexter.
season is like this Deb creeping around with her secret love for her brother. I can totally see that.
So you don't
Good
think it's going to
one.
be revealed at all to Dexter in the next episode?
I don't.
I
so
think
either.
I think the only way Dexter's ever going to find out his love for his sister is when he tells her who he actually is and his true nature. And I think that'll totally stop her loving feelings for him. I don't know. I also feel like he's kind of preparing her for telling her, because he even says about the whole Matthews things, keep an open mind. Things
Yeah.
are not always black and white.
Right.
So I feel like he's prepping her to tell her. And I think she's going to be the first one to find out his true nature.
Do you think that he's going to admit it to her, or she's going to discover it on her own?
I don't know. I mean, I kind
question.
of feel like she knows he has a mysterious life, and she kind of doesn't want to know about it.
They have
Like,
been talking about that a lot more
Yeah,
this season.
they have been addressing it.
I mean, we all have some stuff that we know, but we don't think about it. And I feel like she may know, but she doesn't want to know, so she puts it in the back of her
But
mind.
no way does she think that her brother is a serial killer. Like,
No, but she
not at all.
she knows there's a mysterious life there. And I just don't I think she's scared to know what that is.
Yeah.
And she says in her dream, when you're here, 1 minute everything's perfect, and the next you rush off.
She did say that.
So, I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a lot of recurring themes, not only through this season, but throughout the whole series. Deb is always having men that she has inappropriate
Yeah.
relationships with.
Once again, this
And
is an
they end up-
inappropriate
Yeah,
relationship.
and it's all in her mind too. And she ends up having a tragic experience each time with the guy.
Yeah. Great point.
And then of course with Dexter, just a little side note here with the recurring themes, it's that he always has friends that end up dying on him. So,
yes,
like
very true.
with Brother Sam, with people who he's looked up to in the other episodes, like the Trinity Killer when he thought he could learn from him.
Right.
So here we go, like all these themes. Like, getting back to Deb, oh, what's gonna happen?
He
with
thought
her
he could
Dex?
reform Travis, and he can't, so now he's got to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
Very
right,
true.
guys. Well, before we go to commercial, let's talk about Luis a second. Louis, the intern.
Keep calling him Luis. You want to make him Italian.
Louis. Yeah, I guess I don't like his name. But guys, don't forget to call into our show. The number's 424-256-1729. We'd love to hear your thoughts and predictions. Join us for predictions. All right, the arm, guys. What is he painted the nails, Louis. He drew lines on the hand. Why? What is he looking at? What is he doing?
I have no idea where they're going with this.
And he said that Dexter inspired him to do something different, not to sit on the sidelines.
Oh, well, he's
Yeah.
definitely going to try to kill someone. He's going to try to kill his girlfriend.
Is he gonna be the next serial killer in the next season? Maybe.
Oh,
They could be setting us up for that.
He's making a
That
game
would be
about.
great. That is a great prediction right there.
He's
Sean.
making a game about being your favorite serial killer,
Right.
About being the famous serial killers, and he doesn't want to live on the sidelines. He wants to probably be a part of it now.
I just can't read him. I can't read him. I don't know if... I know he's a little twisted, but he's such a nice guy. And even when Dexter shows him forms of rejection or is just mean to him, he's still nice back to Dexter, and even in his private moments, we haven't really seen anything evil come out of him. Yes, he's obsessed with this arm because of the ice truck killer, but is he obsessed because he knows a secret about Dexter and his brother, or is he like, what's his obsession? Because he obviously reveres Dexter. And I'm just trying to figure out where they're going with this. If he is a bad guy, hurry up and tell me. I want to know.
Right.
Interesting to see what happens.
He's sending this arm to Dexter. I don't know why.
That's going to piss Dexter off.
I don't even know if Yeah. What's Dexter even gonna think? Who knows?
It's gonna piss Masuka off because it
I
was
know,
supposed to be
it's
covered up.
evidence.
But will Dexter even take it to the station, or will he just want to find who did this on his own?
Is he? Where's he gonna send it? Is he gonna? He knows where Dexter lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis is always there, hanging out with Jamie. So is he gonna send it to Dexter's place, or is he gonna send it to the department? What's he gonna do? It didn't say the address on there yet. He just
Right.
wrote Dexter Morgan.
What's unfortunate is that he doesn't realize that he is about to taunt a serial killer. So he's going to be next on Dexter's killing spree list.
Good point. All right, guys. Well, let's go to commercial, and then we'll be back with predictions.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
All right, on to predictions. Woohoo! There we are. That music.
That's the predictions. Predictions sound kind of scary.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Let's
Twilight
look
Zone-ish.
into
Okay, so in my crystal ball, I'll start it off. I predict humana, based on the previews too, because I can use that information.
Of course.
Because we already know that Travis is going to kidnap Dexter's child.
And the Noah's Ark. What is that about? The play? I guess Harrison's in a play.
Yeah, when God was going to flood, and it's symbolic because God was going to flood the world. It was going to be over, but he had his chosen few, Noah and his family, that he was going to put into the ark with, the one of each animal, each pair, and they were going to be the living survivors. So everything is biblical, it all comes back. But I think that after he kidnaps Dexter's son, one of the people from the precinct, whether it's LaGuerta, whether it's Deb, someone's gonna run in, save the child, and get shot.
Ooh, that is a great prediction.
I'm already saying someone's either gonna die like that, because
who's
Dexter,
gonna
we
get
see him
shot?
go out cold. I think it's either gonna be Deb. If Deb gets shot, that means that she for sure is going to realize how in love with Dexter she is. If LaGuerta gets shot, he's gonna die, and he's gonna be written off the show.
You mean Bautista?
I mean Bautista. I'm sorry, Bautista. Yeah,
I
LaGuerta's
hope LaGuerta comes in this evening.
LaGuerta's
There's no way.
definitely.
I hope so.
She's gonna
Let's
be
kill
chilling in
her
her
off.
office.
That was a brain fart. Sorry, guys. Batista's gonna run in, and if he runs in and gets shot, he's gonna die and be written off the show. But LaGuerta wouldn't save anybody's butt for nothing. And I kind of just want to see where they're going with the new guy on the show. What is his deal? He's so uninteresting to me. And you guys said that something was gonna happen where he's gonna be written in more. What's the gentleman name?
Lewis.
No, not
No,
Lewis.
The new detective.
The new. What's
Oh,
his name?
Anderson.
Mike Anderson.
What is his
I
deal?
really like
Why is
him.
he on the show?
He's obviously going to replace whoever gets killed.
Yeah.
I hope he
Yeah,
gets more
that's a good
interesting
point.
dialogue, because
Yeah,
he's
they're
not
not-
doing nothing
yeah.
for me. They could have
This-
had an extra play his part.
Yeah, this episode he was really
He
in
had
the
like
background.
one line.
Not even this episode. What is his? What? Tell me something about him interesting.
I think he's just like Deb's assistant,
I think you're right though
I think
about
he's not
him.
needed.
Possibly maybe they're gonna build his character when whoever gets killed off, and then
He's
we'll
gonna
see
get
more
a
of him the next
promotion.
season.
or maybe he'll save the child, and
Maybe.
then he'll have like something next season to go off of, because
All
he's
right,
just a
but
bore.
I feel like they got to kill somebody that
Yeah.
we really like.
and don't expect.
And it won't be Deb. I can already tell you, it's not going to be
No.
Deb. I think you're right about your prediction with the, making all next season about her being in love with Dexter, this hidden secret.
I don't know. for sure.
I think that's a good one.
I just think that's going to be her secret for him. I don't know what next season. I think Sean's right. It's going to be about Lewis being
The next killer.
The next killer. He's obviously smart and
Yeah, because there's
he's
only
worked
one
his way into
episode
the
left, so he
department.
has to linger on because they haven't done much with him.
And not only is he smart, but he's artistic too. He can create video games. He can create all these elaborate scenes. Who knows what he's going to do if he's going to stage his own tableaus later on.
I mean, he's just capable of anything. As we can see, he can break down any door.
That's very true. I can see them going on with his storyline. I can totally see that.
Lauren, any other predictions to add to
No,
this?
I mean, I think you already have hit the nail on the head. I wasn't thinking anyone was going to get shot, though, but I was kind of the same route. Someone's going to save the day. I just need to know how. I can't wait to see how Dexter gets out of that lake of fire. Like, how he makes it out of there.
Well, we
And
see him kind of... Yeah,
we see that he's
out
out
in
of
the middle
there,
the
but, like,
ocean
how
right
does
now.
he get
Where does
out
he
of there?
swim to?
Where
You know
is
what?
he going?
I saw
And he's
it's so dark
hallucinating.
there. It's so dark there, but it looked like there was a beach nearby. It looked actually kind of like the same area where he drowned. What was that guy's name?
Nick.
Nick, yeah, where he drowned Nick. It looked
Oh,
like
okay.
almost that same area.
Because I was like, it's kind of black. It's pitch black out here. It must be far in order to start an entire fire.
Entire fire?
knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. How does he get out of that
How
pickle?
does he get out of that?
Because we know he lives. So
Oh, but
Yeah.
in the previews they did mention, it's 7 miles off the coast, so I guess it was kind of far, but
that's a long way to
Yeah,
swim.
yeah, it
swim.
is pretty far. Who knows what
Hopefully
he's
they
gonna
don't skip over that part. I feel like they might.
Yeah,
They might,
brush
yeah.
it under the
Because
rug.
that's
Because it
not
sounds like
Unlimited.
something like with
What
the...
about Quinn and Bautista's story? Where's this going? Because they can't trust each other. So I really think that means one of them's gonna die. But is it gonna be Quinn or Bautista? Like, what's going on with Quinn? I still don't like him.
I don't know, but I feel like Mike Anderson's going to be promoted, the new guy, to fill in whoever needs a new partner.
That's a good prediction.
Oh, and then he becomes more of the storyline.
Yeah, and they
okay.
build a story around
And
him.
so when LaGuerta takes Matthew's position, who then takes her position? Is it going to be Deb, or is Deb going to get a promotion, or are they going to bring a new character into the story?
bring in somebody else, I think.
Yeah. Because I can't imagine Deb getting another promotion. She didn't
Especially
deserve
when-
the one she had.
Well, especially when LaGuerta is controlling
Are we
everything that's
sure
happening.
LaGuerta's gonna get promoted?
Right.
That's a good point.
I hope she doesn't.
I think she is. I think she definitely she's probably sleeping with somebody right now in order
That's what I was
to
thinking. Is she
guarantee that
already
slot.
going up to the top that way?
Yeah, she
Or
will
blackmail.
web whatever web she needs in order to get there.
Right. Oh, well, the scenes that we saw for next episode, which is the finale, was just insane. They're up on the top of a building. We see Harrison walking down the street with Travis in his little lion suit. And then what are they doing? They're like in a box, Travis and Harrison, and it looks like he's about to sacrifice Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that's supposed to symbolize. Though.
I want to know how Dexter gets out of he makes Dexter inject himself with his own what is that magic serum that makes you
puts you
knock
to
out?
knock
Whatever
out.
the tranquilizer.
The
whatever it
tranquilizer,
is.
yeah.
The beast
I'm
tranquilizer.
getting tired of Dexter using that tranquilizer because it hasn't been working very well for
Ah.
him. I mean, this is like his 5th time that he's missed the target, and so I'm just kind of like,
He's carrying his own kryptonite. there.
yeah. At some point,
Sounds like
Dexter
it.
carry a backup, or try something different if the tranquilizer isn't working. Because there's been a few times it's been like a miss
I can't believe Dexter actually injects himself with it, though.
because of his son.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of
He might
leaving his
know.
son there.
He might know that it's going to be used on him this time. Maybe he switches out the syringe or something.
Oh,
Maybe
I would
he-
love that.
Now, it
Great
can't
prediction.
It can't be air in it because that would kill him. But
Right.
imagine if he just put something else in there. Because
Yeah.
he knows it's going to happen.
That's a really good prediction. I hope he does that. Please do that, Dexter.
Please.
But
I
it's
don't
juicy. I can't wait until
We
the
need our
next
hero
one.
to survive.
Yes,
Of course.
I'm excited now about the next season. I mean, because that's how we first started discussing Dexter in the back hallways. Is I was like, oh, this is the end of the season. It's dry. They're doing the same formula over and over, and now they've amped it up. So I'm really, really proud of
Absolutely.
them. These last episodes, they've gotten me. I'm back. I'm back in love with Dexter.
Me too. And on that note, our love for Dexter, I just want to thank you guys. Thank Lauren
Aw,
for
thank
joining
you.
us. Thank Sean for coming down.
Thank you,
And
Kristen.
always spicy Marty. Don't forget to watch us on Ustream. Look us up on Facebook, facebook.com/AfterBuzz. Twitter us at AfterBuzz TV. And
Or
please call in
individually.
us.
You can ask us your own personal Dexter questions.
Yes.
Spicy_Marty on Twitter.
We've got Christmas cookies in the
Christmas
studio.
cookies, holidays.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you
later.
later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.